What's going on, everybody? And once again, this is Mr. Spann coming to you from Spann TV. And today I want to talk about, actually I want to go over something. It was a conversation that I had with a friend of mine a couple of days ago. And it kind of stuck with me. It was a conversation that kind of stuck with me, and I felt like, maybe I could get some feedback from you guys and you can tell me what your thoughts are on the whole thing. My boy was telling me he wanted to get some tickets to the R. Kelly concert. R. Kelly was to be having a concert here in Detroit. I understand that he's supposed to be on tour now and whatnot. And he was asking me whether or not I would thinking about going, and I told him no. And I'm not trying to give R. Kelly any of my money. And his whole thing was like, man, you got to get past the whole trial thing, man. They found him not guilty, let that man live his life and everything else. But something in my head kind of clicked when he said that, and it brought something, I thought it was very odd, and how that was worded to me, that I need to get over that, let him live his life, and he was found not guilty. And one of the things that popped in my head was Rodney King. And I know people are just like, well, how do you equate the two? Well, the thing that happened was Rodney King was beaten on videotape. He was taped getting beaten by I forget how many police officers, but the tape's almost 20 years old now. We've all seen the tape. We all know what happened to Rodney King. He got his ass whooped on videotape, and the jury found the officers not guilty of of beating Rodney King. So what happened after that was the city of Los Angeles was damn near burnt to the ground. From people upset about the police brutality that had been going on in the area, to have a videotape of the brutality happening, and you're looking at it right in front of you, and the people that were there on the scene videotape beating this dude were found not guilty. And the end result, Los Angeles had the riots, town damn near burned to the ground. Now here we are years later, and you have R. Kelly. He's accused of being with underage girls, and he's on tape with the young lady that's clearly underage. I mean, anybody who's seen the tape, I've seen the tape, knows that girl was underage, and anybody who's seen that tape knows that was R. Kelly. Hell, I mean, even in the tape, the man was making sure the shot was right, making sure he was in the right position. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's seen enough of R. Kelly to know R. Kelly when they see him. It's really not that hard of a thing to do. With that, when they found R. Kelly not guilty, you have some quarters, I'm one of them, that feels like, I honestly couldn't understand how the hell they could find that man not guilty of doing what he did, and it was on tape. Again, it was on tape. But they found him not guilty of what everybody saw him on tape doing, and now he's out making money, selling music, having having concerts and everything. And I mean, I've talked to females about this too, because a lot of females just seem to overlook it, like, well, I'm no matter what, I'm just his fan, I don't care what they say he did, I'm his fan, I love his music. And that's cool, I guess. But me personally, I couldn't condone what I saw, and I really feel like a lot of people would feel a lot differently if that was their daughter that R. Kelly was pissing on tape, that R. Kelly was ejaculating on tape, and then hand her a few bucks, wipe off the piss and hand her a few dollars. I really don't think they would have that same attitude if it was their daughter, if it was their niece, if it was their younger sister. So I'm wondering, why do we pick and choose when to be upset like that. You know, before I guess it was the common, you know, it was the white man. The white man was beating us down, but here we have a brother, you know, pretty much, you know, doing wrong, on tape doing wrong, and yet, you know, you're saying, well, you know, these white dudes, there's been this institutional racism, this has been going on for years, and what have you, and then you have this dude here who has a pattern of this behavior, who's been known to go to his high school to pick up young girls, who's been paying off young girls not to say anything for years, and yet what they did, you want to burn down the city for, and what this man did, you're willing to go pay to go see him sing. I can't really, I don't see how people make that distinction. I mean, I don't see how people don't see the wrongness in that. I mean, and I understand people are entitled to their own opinions and everything, but it's just, it boggles my mind that people still pay to see this man sing after what he was on videotape doing. So, tell me, you know, let me know. You know, this is just my opinion. You know, I'm going to sit behind my opinion. I've taken all of his music off of my playlist, you know, so some of y'all might be mad at me on my Black Planet page because I've taken all of his stuff off my playlist because, you know, somebody actually pointed out to me that I had his music on my playlist, and I actually had a video, I had a blog entry about a young girl. She was maybe 3 years old, and she was doing some very provocative dances. And, you know, the blog was about, you know, are we sexualizing our kids too early? And even at that particular time, I didn't see the connection. Someone had to point that out to me, and the minute they point that out to me, I said, you know what, you're absolutely right. And I took all of his music off of my page. And I no longer listen to R. Kelly. I mean, hell, I'm from Chicago. I was an R. Kelly fan until I saw that. You know, so, you know, let me know what you guys think on it. Video response, text response, you know, let me know. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Thanks for checking out Spann TV. Peace.